Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Elite Nurse Lifestyle, where we discuss all things fashion, but most importantly, fragrances. If this is your first time here, guys, and you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little notification button so you will not miss any of my videos, okay? Happy New Year, guys! This is my first video of the new year, and I hope this year will bring you much favor and grace. So, guys, I was thinking, and I was like, if I had a limited collection, what fragrances would I need in that collection for me to feel like, okay, I have a well-rounded collection, right? So what categories of fragrances would I want? So I was thinking some of the categories for me for sure would be like a sexy date night fragrance. Another one would definitely have to be like, everyday or a dumb reach where it's just like, no matter what I'm wearing, I can just throw this fragrance on. And then I would also have to have like that professional fragrance. If I'm going to work, if I'm going to church, I can just throw that on, right? And then there would be like a freshie. If I'm hopping out the shower, I'm going to the gym, something like that, right? And then I would also want like a bougie fragrance. So guys, if you're interested in finding out what my fragrances would be, stay tuned. So my first category that I'm going to start with is the professional, boss lady kind of fragrance, right? And what comes to mind for me is something that's not too overpowering, right? Something that's not going to be so offensive, like if you were to wear it to the office. Like, it's just very people pleasing, so it wouldn't be so it can't be too beast mode where it's gonna just offend people, right? And for me, that fragrance would be Gentle Fluidity. This fragrance, guys, this is a vanilla fragrance. It's very, very heavy on the vanilla, a little powdery. There's a hint of woodsiness in it as well. There's also, let's see, a little bit of ambery touch to the fragrance, and sweet. You get the sweetness, but it's not too cloying. You know what I mean? It's just a right touch of the sweet as well as a little bit of spiciness as well. And it's just really well balanced. Like I mentioned, some of the notes for this fragrance, it's heavy on the vanilla, and then there are some ambery notes, some musk notes, a little bit of woodsy notes as well, and juniper berries, nutmeg, and coriander. Just a really nice, simple fragrance, guys. Perfect for the office, perfect for the boss lady. It's gonna be this is one of the fragrances I think that would be really well liked and not too off-putting for the office, right? So my first fragrance would be Gentle Fluidity. Another fragrance that I do like for like a boss lady would be Athalia as well. That would be a perfect boss work fragrance. This fragrance is from the House of Parfums de Marly, and it's a little sweet, definitely a little bit of woodsiness in the base, some muskiness, but this is definitely a good fragrance as well for that boss lady, that office setting. That would be a good option as well. Okay, my next category of fragrance would be a freshie. So for this category, guys, it's something where, if you're going to the gym, you're running errands, this would be a great fragrance to just put on, almost like an everyday fragrance, to say the least, right? So for this, I would, for me, would use like a feminine Pluriel, right? And this is from the house of Maison Francis Kirkjohn, and it's called Feminine Pluriel, right? So guys, this fragrance is like a floral, a white floral fragrance, very soft. I got the travel sizes. There's 3 that comes in this. And so I got the travel sizes for this. It's like a watery, almost like a watery rose floral fragrance. It's got a little bit of patchouli in it, but it's just really well balanced. Some of the notes, there's iris, there's rose. I mentioned there's patchouli. There's also some violet, and there's some lily of the valley. So it's very heavily floral, right? But what I get the most is I do get that rose and I get the iris. For me, that's what stands out most in this fragrance. And it's, you know, the patchouli as well. I do smell the patchouli, especially on the dry down. And there's some orange blossom and some jasmine. Very soft fragrance, very light and airy. And so for me, as a freshie, this would be perfect. Another one that I do have is Pavone Chazot. And that's from Armani, I believe. I have a dedicated video for that one. It's like a watery rose. And I believe the rose that they use is peony in that fragrance. Very light, very airy, and just really aromatic. And so that would be perfect for this occasion. So guys, if you haven't tried these out and you're in need of a fresh fragrance, you can check out Pavone Chazot, or you can check out Feminine Pluriel. And these I think are just perfect for like an everyday errand gym type of situation. The next category of fragrances on the list would definitely, and this is my favorite category, this would be the sexy date night fragrance. Okay, they don't call me Sexy Mel for nothing. Of course, a sexy fragrance for date night is gonna be on the list, right? So guys, for me, if you've been watching my channel, I'm pretty sure the fragrance that I'm gonna name is not gonna be shocking to you, right? And so for me, the fragrance would most definitely be Side Effect from the house of Initio. Guys, hey, woo! Guys, you know my history with this fragrance if you've been watching the channel. This is just one of those fragrances that just does it for me. Like when I tell you, tingles down the spine. Oh Lord. This fragrance, it's boozy. Guys, y'all know I love a boozy fragrance, right? Since day one. Like it's boozy. It has that rum note. It's got some cinnamon. It has vanilla, so it's sweet, but then it's sweet, it's boozy, and it has like some tobacco. So that tobacco just gives it that little edge of like, what is that? Like, what is that that note I'm smelling, right? And guys, I've said this before many times on my channel. Typically, tobacco is a note that sometimes can go sour on my skin. So I don't always like tobacco in my fragrances, but this right here is just done so well. And oh my God, guys, this is just one of those fragrances that is just so sexy. Okay, whenever I wear this fragrance, and sometimes I layer it with Baccarat, oh my God, the compliments that I get with this fragrance is ridiculous. Okay, and those two combined, it's just top tier. So guys, the notes, like I mentioned, there's vanilla, there's rum, there's cinnamon, there's also tobacco in the fragrance. And guys, this is a sexy fragrance. If you don't have this fragrance, get your nose on it and check it out, okay? But that's definitely one of my sexy date night fragrances that I would would, you know, just pull out. And yeah, it'll get the job done. It'll get the job done. If you if you don't want to be hemmed up though, don't wear this. Don't wear it if you don't want to be hemmed up. Okay? Next category would be an easy reach, right? And for me, what that entails is like a fragrance where it's like if you really don't know what to wear, you just would grab this fragrance because you know it's going to get the job done. You're going to smell amazing. You're going to get compliments. It's going to give you sillage. It's going to give you, you know, projection. It's going to get the job done. So you don't really have to think much about it. You know that once you grab this fragrance, that it's going to do what it needs to do. So for me, that fragrance, it's not going to be a surprise either, is none other than Delina Exclusif. This fragrance right here, this baby, I told you, this is one of my forever fragrances, okay? This is just that easy reach for me, where it's like if I'm so overwhelmed with my collection and I don't know what to reach for, it's gonna be this girl. Like I went on a dinner date 2 weeks ago, and I was just like, I don't know what to wear. And I just grabbed this fragrance, and the lady who was seating us at the table, she was just like, oh my God, you smell amazing. And yeah, you know, I'm always getting compliments with this fragrance. I'm pretty sure if you've been watching the channel, you already know about this fragrance and the notes. So I won't go in depth with this one, but it's a rose fragrance similar to Delina. It's just the exclusive. It's just the better version. It's just the top tier version, you know, that little oomph, you know. Oh my God, this fragrance. Guys, it's the rose fragrance. It doesn't have rhubarb in the fragrance, so that's the difference, right? But it's a little powdery, sweet, just amazing. Okay, we don't need any notes for this. We know who she is. Okay, we know who this is. So Delina is that easy reach for me. Another one would be the Kayali Vanilla 28. This fragrance, guys, this one, I have the travel size. This one would be this fragrance. It's sweet, it's ambery, it's a little powdery. There's a little bit of muskiness in it as well. Warm, spicy. I would say it's a warm, spicy vanilla fragrance. And it's just, you know, one of those fragrances where it's going to be pretty. It's going to give you what you need for that occasion. Yeah, that's it for the easy reach. So the fifth and last category, guys, would be, I'm gonna need a bougie fragrance, okay? What is this fragrance that I could possibly wear to a formal event, a black tie event, you know, something that's just real exquisite? And for me, guys, the fragrance is Aventus for Her. This is just a beautiful, fruity, musky, a little green, woodsy fragrance. It's just really done in a spectacular way where everything is blended so well. It's going to give you beast mode projection and sillage. And the main note that I get in this, you definitely smell the green apple. You get a little bit of a patchouli vibe to it as well. There's some rose, some sandalwood, musk. You get the muskiness, but it's done so well. It's not off-putting at all. And it's got a little bit of ylang ylang, some amber, some peach, just really fruity, woodsy, musky, everything good blended up in one to give you this bougie, amazing fragrance, right? And so, guys, for me, my bougie fragrance is definitely Aventus for Her. Another one in that category of bougie fragrance would be Atomic Rose. I love this fragrance, guys. It's Delina Exclusif's big sister, but darker, more depth, more, not as pretty girl. This is sexy woman, okay? It's just all the vibes of Boujie, but sexy, powerful, like money, okay? This fragrance, guys, it's got a little bit of spiciness because it has some pink pepper. There's a hedione note as well, which gives this a little nutty quality to it. There's the Bulgarian rose, there's Turkish rose, there's Egyptian jasmine in the fragrance, guys. And then it's rounded off with some Madagascar vanilla and some amber. Just a sexy, fragrance. Guys, this fragrance right here is another one. Whenever I wear it, I'm getting compliments, okay? I'm getting compliments. And like I said, it's Delina Exclusiv's big sister, and it's just all the vibes, okay? So guys, I hope you enjoyed my list. If before we go, I would love to hear what your category of fragrances would be if you had to buy just a minimal wardrobe of fragrances, okay? What would your categories be? Let me know in the comments, and let's start a discussion about these fragrances, right? And guys, let me know also if you think I did well with my selection. I'm gonna give you a bonus. A couple bonus fragrances, guys, that I would also add would be, for the professional boss lady, would be Ani. Okay, this is a spicy, woodsy, green, well, maybe not green, but definitely spicy, woodsy vanilla fragrance, guys. One of the best vanilla fragrances that there is out. And I think I also have a dedicated video to this, but Nichefragrances Ani, amazing fragrance for the boss lady, the, you know, professional setting. And then I also have from the house of Nichefragrances and this would be for maybe a sexy date night. This is 100 Silent Ways, guys. I have a dedicated video for this as well on my channel. So if you want to hear about the notes and a more in-depth review, definitely check that video out. But this is sexy. I believe it has some orange blossom. It's a little bit, it's sweet, but not too sweet where it goes to cheesy. You know, it's not like juvenile sweet. It's very classy. It has some, I mentioned orange blossom in it, and a little bit of woodsy notes as well, guys. But definitely check those videos out if you want to get a more in-depth review of these fragrances, guys. So until next time, go ahead, leave me a note in the comment section and let me know what your faves are. Okay, guys, what your category of fragrances would be. And see you next time.